This is the plaintiff, David Abel. He says the defendant is his estranged wife who kicked him out of the family home 3 years ago, then filed their income taxes jointly, which yielded them a bigger refund. The defendant refuses to split the refund with him. He's owed $4,000 and is suing his bitter ex here and now for just that. This is the defendant, Geraldine Abel. She says she inherited some money when her father passed away, and that was added as income on their tax return. The plaintiff has some nerve trying to claim he's owed money from their joint return when the refund was due to her inheritance. The plaintiff's grasping at straws because she doesn't want him anymore, and he thinks he can get one over on her by suing her today. She is accused of not splitting things up evenly.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn in.
Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Mr. Abel,
Yes.
you are suing your current wife, Mrs. Abel,
Yes, Your Honor.
for $4,000, half of your 2015 income tax return
Yes.
that refund that you feel you should be entitled to. So
Yes, Your
let's
Honor.
talk about this. How long have you two been married?
It'll be 10 years, April 10th.
Okay, and how long have you been separated?
2.5 years.
Okay, tell me what happened here.
We did our taxes together, and
Why were you guys still doing your taxes together?
she felt like she was going to get more back if we did it together.
Okay, do you have an accountant?
Yes, we do.
Did your accountant tell you that?
Right.
That
The
it was-
accountant felt like we could get more money if we filed together.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have children?
Yes.
How many children?
2.
2. And do the children live with you or with you? With you. And how does visitation work out?
David sees the children every other weekend for 4 hours. He talks to them twice a week, and he can take them for dinner every Wednesday.
Okay. Did a court order this way?
Yes, family court.
All right. How did you get into family court? Do you have a divorce pending?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
With child support?
Yes.
Does she leave you or do you leave her?
She kicked me out.
And why did she kick you out?
She said I hit her.
Did you hit her?
No.
Okay. Well, what does she say to you? Because you're not going to buy it if you didn't hit her. So what does she say to you was the reason she was kicking you out?
Oh, I know what it is. She inherited all this money from her parents, and she just kicked me out on the day her father died.
Okay.
But the same
You
thing
tell me
happened-
what happened.
No, there was a history of abuse, Your Honor. and
Physical?
Yes.
Had you ever
physical-
called the police?
Yes. And
Had there ever been an arrest?
Not until the day that
How does this happen on the day your father dies?
He hit me in the morning that my father was being buried, and he was prohibiting me from going to the funeral. So I told him that I wanted a divorce.
How did he hit you?
He hit me across the face 3 times and hurt my neck.
What was he saying when he hit you? Like, what was the reason? Not that there's a reason. I'm just trying to understand what was it that happened.
I told him he was being verbally abusive leading up to the burial. And I told him I couldn't do it anymore, that I wanted to get a divorce. And he brought up the fact about the house, that he would take the house from me. Everything was in his name, except for the deed. He did not want to pay for the mortgage. So as this was going on in 2013, the deed was signed over to my name from him. And so that morning, I said, the deed is in my name. You can't take the house from me and the kids. And that's when he came at me from behind and hit me 3 times. He took the keys, he took the phone. He wasn't going to allow me to get a taxi to go to the burial. I was trying to get the children ready in another room and not let them know.
How old are the kids?
At the time, they were 6 and 8.
Did you call the police?
I didn't. I just wanted to get to the funeral.
Did you get to the funeral?
We went to the burial.
Who's we?
My sister was there, and
But I
my
meant,
nephew.
did he go?
I'm sorry? Yeah,
Did he go?
David went. The only way that I
Did
could
you go
get
together?
Yes, the only way that I could go is if we went together as a family, and I said that I wasn't going to get a divorce.
So you said what you had to say in order to get to the funeral.
Yes.
The funeral happens, and then what happens?
We leave the funeral, and we're going to somewhere to eat in a restaurant. And David is pursuing again, am I going to get a divorce? And I said yes. So he said he was going to kill himself and proceeded to throw himself out of the moving car. And the children were absolutely hysterical. And when I stopped the car, he went into the back seat with the children, and my cousin was behind me and stopped with me. And I proceeded to try to take the children out of the car. He wouldn't let them go. And I thought, this is absolutely horrible for them. And I just nervously wanted to get where we needed to go. And I figured, I can't do this anymore. I can't put the children through this. I can't have them see this kind of thing.
Can I suggest that, because it sounds like you're describing him as pretty mentally unstable, why would you bring that up in a moving car with your children there? Like, perhaps the best course of action is to wait until you can safely get yourself and the children out of the situation that you're in.
You mean,
In retrospect.
Before even going to the funeral, you mean?
I mean, after the funeral.
Yeah, after the funeral, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
a lot going on.
What's
all at
going
one
on?
time.
What's your answer to all the stuff I just heard?
With all this going on, it has to do with meds that I shouldn't be taking. Our first thing that we had over here, I was on diet medicine that was called amphetamine. And in amphetamine, when our aunt died and left the money, that's when she kicked me out first and had me go to an institution.
Is it true?
And they told her, listen, why is he taking fentanyl when he's supposed to be on other medication? I have other medication that calms me.
Okay.
Yeah. She had me on amphetamine to...
How did she have you on anything? You're a grown man.
Oh, no, but the court was ordered for her to administer my medicine.
On account of, what are we talking about?
No, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, we were going to, I was seeing a psychologist, and then we were going to a marriage counselor, and the marriage counselor, put in writing.
Okay, but that's not the court, that's a marriage counselor.
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody dispensed a certain drug, and then other people said that drug shouldn't have been dispensed
By
to you.
psychiatrist.
Did you hit her?
No, I didn't hit her.
You never hit her.
I can tell you what it was.
What was it?
She wanted me to hit her. And when she told me, she had me sign papers saying from Hurricane Sandy, we were going to get a mortgage reduction. And she had me sign the papers. And the day on her father died, to get her mad, to kick me out, she told me, I made you sign the house over to me. So I wanted to go over and hit her.
Step us away, go back where you were.
Oh.
So she told you something that made you want to hit her.
Yeah, but I did it. You know why? She wanted this. She wanted me to hit her. She had all this planned. I can't prove that she planned all this with all this medications and everything, but there's a paper trail of medications that I shouldn't be taking, and she shouldn't be. She was taking the same thing. Amphetamine makes you hot and want to lose weight. And twice she had me on this, and the doctors told her, to get off of it. But she was on it too. So this was making her crazy too. So we were in a volatile relationship, taking diet pills.
It's not worth it.
This is not
No,
true.
it's not.
I have a question for you.
It's just not true.
I have a question for you. Is this the marital house
Yes,
that was purchased during the course of your marriage?
yes.
So what was the scheme about putting the house in your name?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So if somebody used physical violence against you in a relationship, would you ever give them a second chance?
Never. I would not.
What if they begged, said, it's not like me?
You know that they're going to do it again.
So they do it once, they do it all the time?
I think they'd need to get some therapy, some kind of professional help.
Would you stick with them while they do, or would you bail?
I'd probably say take some time and get your therapy, and then let's see what happens in the future.
Okay, one more.
It depends how hard.
What?
Well, is it a love tap or is it a big uppercut?
Oh my God, going inside the courtroom.
David refused to make any of the monthly mortgage payments, claiming that it was my fault that we had the house. Anything that went wrong with the house was my fault.
What were you trying to do with Sandy and insurance? Will you just tell me the truth? What was it? What was
There
going
was
on?
nothing on Sandy at all.
Okay, well, that's going to get straightened out in divorce court, because if you guys, if that's a marital asset,
Yes.
Yeah.
the divorce court's going to get, let me tell you who's not going to handle it, me. Because if you have a pending divorce, you can't file a small claims case and take a chunk of it, particularly when there are children involved. Because it's imagine a big ledger where there's stuff on your side, stuff on her side, and then at the end there's a net. And I can't take a little chunk of it and not take into account children, child support, and everything else that's going on. Correct. That's why we don't do this. That's why the divorce court takes care of all this and takes that into account. So I'm dismissing this without prejudice to you raising whatever rights you have in your divorce claim on that. Do you have a lawyer in that? You'd know if you had a lawyer. I don't know why you're thinking.
I got a lawyer, but her lawyer's not contacting my lawyer.
Okay, well, that's something you've got to go through like the rest of us mere mortals. That doesn't mean you get to go to small claims. So this case is dismissed without prejudice to be raised in the divorce case.
Judge,
Yeah.
may I just say something?
Did you get a restraining order on him on the day of your?
Yes.
So that's why he's saying
That's why he was arrested.
that you were angling to get him out of the house. All right, go ahead.
Yes, he was arrested for hitting me. As to the fact of him taking diet pills.
Well, but wait, you got a restraining order to get him out of the house, right?
Because he hit me, yes.
Well, I understand.
went to court, yes.
But that's mechanically what happened is you went and got a restraining order.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you also file criminal charges against him?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so go on.
And because it was his first offense for domestic violence, it was dropped. As to the
Okay, hold on. I thought you told me that was not his first offense for domestic violence, that you had called the police on him before.
he had not been arrested. He had gone to the hospital because they said it was about a psychiatric issue, and they took him for observation.
How many times have you called the police on him?
4 or 5 times.
Well, then there's a record of you calling the police 4 or 5
Right.
times, and that there's.
And the time that they came, they said they didn't have any record in the
Did you
computers.
drop the criminal charges because he's the father of your children and you didn't want to see him criminally prosecuted?
No.
Okay.
I never dropped
So
it.
why did they drop it? There's no one free bite at the woman rule. That's not how it works.
No, I understand that because I didn't go to the hospital or call the police the night that he hit me on the day of my
Who
father's funeral.
filed the case?
I did.
And then, so they refused to file the case.
No, they
That-
filed it
If they filed it, why did they drop it?
because it was his first offense when he went to court, because he went ahead and got admitted into a psychiatric thing for a week.
So did they drop it so long as you went through psychiatric counseling? Is that what they did? What did they do in your criminal case?
Pardon me?
Never mind.
Oh,
This case
no.
is, no.
But my point is that I wasn't taking diet pills.
I don't care about your
Okay,
diet
I'm just making
pills.
sure.
I
I don't want him
don't
to
care
point
about your
another
diet.
thing.
I can't believe that's your point.
No,
Your
what I'm
husband's
saying
falling
is-
to pieces. He's,
Excuse me.
according to you, he's hitting you on the day of your father's burial, and you've got children involved who are witnessing the breakdown of their lives, and you want to make sure everyone knows you're not on diet
No,
pills.
that's not it, Your Honor.
Good
at
luck,
all.
everybody.
That's not it at all.
Okay.
So, in this very sad case, the case has in effect been thrown out of court by the judge. I mean, this really doesn't look good for anybody here. You know that.
Yes, but David was put into for evaluation for psychiatric problems.
Just for a week?
For a week, but he went like 2 or 3 times. And I did help for many years. My father helped pay for psychiatric care for him for 6 years prior, trying to do everything we could to help David. And he just continued to be more and more violent. And when I went to, he went to a diet place and got the diet pills that he was prescribed, knowing that he shouldn't take it. But that wasn't why he went into the psychiatric thing. He was saying that he wanted to kill himself.
And he threw himself out of the car?
And that's happened with the children, yes.
I mean, crazy, huh?
Yes, very crazy.
So you're waiting for the divorce?
Yes.
It's been filed? You're
Yes,
waiting for
we had to iron
Okay.
things out in
All
family
right.
court.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. David? Yes. Your turn to say something here, you know. It's kind of a really sad situation. Doesn't look good for you either, you know.
It doesn't look good for both
Anybody.
of us, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's bad for the children.
Yep.
Nobody's going to win over here. I feel bad for our kids. And hopefully we could just get a divorce and move on with our lives. You know, it's just a sad thing what happened over here. I'm in a stable relationship now. I would like to get a divorce and be married, and that's about it. I mean, just go see my kids every other weekend, and on Wednesdays.
Good luck.
Thanks very
Okay,
much.
thank you very much. So, there's a case thrown out of court. Doesn't happen very often here, Harvey.
Okay, I got to tell you, in all seriousness, you should know that it is easy to get a restraining order against somebody, especially if you're in a relationship and they use domestic violence against you. Get a restraining order. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.